She has a new light. Ooh, oh, so that's how you change the colors. They're not being a bright pink in here is offensive. Whatever. I'm over it now. Or do you need to turn you down a little? Yeah, no, this is the one. Okay. Let's get into it. What is up, you guys? It is Jordan, and welcome back to Jordan Whatever, bruh. And today, we're going to be doing a quick review of episode 4, and then a full review of episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 16. So, episode 7, I think, is about to come out today. It's January 16th. Cause let me see, episode 3, episode 4, episode 5. Yeah. Episode 7 is about to come out today. As y'all can tell, I have not gotten episode 4, 5, 6 out at all. So I decided that I'm gonna do a quick review of episode 4, and then we're just gonna do a full review of episode 5 in both of these videos. So basically my quick review is just gonna be me skimming over things. I'm not gonna be going over all the looks. I'm not gonna be going over how I thought everybody did thoroughly in the challenge. That's not gonna happen this time, which I think is pretty good since it was an acting challenge. I'm just gonna go over some important parts of things that I remember specifically. Okay, and then we're gonna do a full review of episode 5. And yeah. I wish they could say there was a longer intro, but there's not. We're gonna just get into it. If you want to support a girl with terrible, absolutely atrocious makeup, girl that's just trying, why don't you subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and go down in the description. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my Twitter. Follow me on my TikTok. Support me and go and just subscribe to my gaming channel, which I still haven't posted on, but it's okay. Just follow me, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're like I said, we're just gonna do a fast view. Like, we're gonna try and get 10 minutes of maybe just my thoughts on the 4th episode. So we start the 4th episode with Nymphia winning and Q not living for her win. And the thing that Q goes, she went into her confessional and she's like, "It's okay, RuPaul. You made a mistake. It's fine." And I was sitting there like, who do you think you are for real? Oh, girl, you made a mistake. It's okay. You know what? You know what, Q? I don't have time for it today. I really don't. But it's whatever. Go off. And then we get into the rest of the episode. And at the beginning of the episode, Amanda and Plain Jane they just weren't hitting it off. And Plain Jane apologizes. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that, I wasn't, I'm so sorry because I didn't mean to come for you. I was just drunk. I didn't know what I was talking about." And I was sitting there like, girl, stupid excuse. I was drunk. I didn't know what I was. Be for real. And I'm glad that Amanda was kind of like, "I don't forgive you." I'm so this good for the girls who are like, "Oh, girl, it's okay. Water under the bridge. I forgive you. Everything's fine." I'm glad that Amanda was kind of like, "No, no, you said what you said. I don't forgive you. I don't care for your apology. I don't feel like it was authentic." I thought that was fully valid, and it brings the drama. So don't forgive her. Don't forgive her for real. But we see later on in Untucked, Plain Jane was like, "Hey, this is my last time apologizing, and I'm asking you to bring it." And girl, yeah, but she was like, "Oh, oh, like this is my last time apologizing and telling you to like bring it. And I like how Amanda was like, girl, what does that mean? What does that mean for real? Like, what do you mean by that? But we're not even gonna get into it. We get into the episode and we find out that back by popular demand, which is a lie, no one wanted it back. It's R it's R what is it? RDR live. It's a comedy challenge. I have mixed feelings on comedy challenges. Not mixed feelings. It's usually hit or miss, mostly miss. The comedy challenge, it's usually just the writing is not good. It's not good. But we're not even gonna get too deep into that. We're gonna go into the girls having to pick their own roles, and the two that stuck out to me was Safira. Mirage and Safira were fighting for the same role, and Safira was like, "Hey, like, girl, if you want host, like, take host, it's fine." And the second Mirage got it, she was like, "Oh, like, okay, like, work." And everybody's sitting there like, "Girl, this is the role you wanted." And she's like, "I guess, yeah, whatever." And we're like, Mirage, 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 what's the issue, baby? Like, what's the problem? And I get it. It's like when someone gives up a role that easily, it's like, what do you know that I don't? Like, why are you giving up a role that quickly? And Saphira says that it wasn't strategic, that she was not being shady. She just knew that she could do good in any role. So, like, whatever role she got, it was going to be fine. But I think it was a little strategic. I think she was like, oh, like I know I could do good in this role, but could she for real? Like she said that, but she's like, but it wasn't in the shady strategic way. And I was like, I beg to differ, but that's just me. That's just my thoughts and my opinions. And then Plain Jane, Plasma and Dawn fighting for Anchor. Um, Plasma Dawn, and I guess technically Amanda, because Plasma just wanted an Anchor role. And I know everybody was like Plasma was doing the most. Like she, the role that they were trying to tell her to get was Barbara, like do Barbara. But I understand where Plasma was coming from, okay? I was sitting there too like, oh, like why y'all trying to stop me from getting the role I want? Like y'all trying to stop me from doing something for real. And I was on her side. I'm like, yeah, like why y'all trying to stop her for real? Like why y'all hating? Like why y'all what y'all trying to do for her? Like y'all setting her up for failure because y'all know that she does Barbara. Y'all know that the judge is gonna hit her with the oh why you doing Barbara? So why would she do that for her? I was fully down with the delusion. I was part of it. Okay, I was hyping her up like Plasma. They out to get you for real. But nonetheless, they talk her into getting Barbara, which she ultimately is upset about. But at the end of the day, she did the best. So but I would still root for her if she was like, nah, y'all should have gave me the role I wanted. I feel like I would have been there. I would have been on her side. But that's just me though. That's just me though. That's just me though. You know? You're not gonna get too deep into it. Um but we get to them like rehearsing lines and Plasma going into a spree about Barbara was so funny. But we get into it, and the main person I am worried about is Mirage. I am worried about Mirage. Mirage is sitting there by herself. She looks really worried, and I'm just like, oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. This is my favorite girl. But I digress. Quick run. So we're just gonna go into the challenge. The main girl who stuck out to me was if we're gonna go through like the whole challenge. Uh, Tsunami, Morphine, uh, did okay. So did Maya, and so did Mirage. Those girls did okay. Dawn did pretty okay-ish. So did Amanda. Q, I know everybody was like, "Oh, Q was so funny." But Q was really just not that funny to me. I have to be honest. Like I wasn't like dying and I wasn't living. Like I was like, "Oh, girl, like you were so hilarious." Of course there was places where I chuckled. I honestly this whole skit really just wasn't honestly this whole skit really just wasn't funny at all to me. Like none of it, not none of it, but most of it just the writing was bad. It wasn't good. I just didn't enjoy myself. Geneva did terrible. She did not do a good job. The character she got, she didn't know. And like I understand like that's not fully her fault, but also girl, if you know you don't know this character, why the hell would you do this character? Why the hell would you this is why I always like when the girls read before they just pick roles, because don't just don't pick a character you don't know, you haven't read the full lines. Like it's not smart. That's just me though. That's just me though. That's just me though. The Christmas Carol was by far the best. Nymphia, Saphira, Plasma did amazing. Um, Plasma did amazing. Like she did so good. Listen, if I had to sum it all up, jingle bells, smingle bells, ding dang dong. Thank you for my TED talk. Overall, really did not love this challenge at all. It just wasn't good. It never gives good whenever the girls like are confined to just to literal lines and then like certain areas. It usually doesn't turn out good. The acting challenges usually aren't good unless they're like improv, because usually when they're improv, it's the girls, coming up with stuff on their own, but it's whatever. Overall, my top was Plasma. My bottom two, honestly, we'll talk about it after the looks. So I'm not gonna get too deep into the looks. I'm just gonna talk about my favorites and my least favorites. My least favorite for sure was Maya. I just did not like her look. The look that they showed, so the category is 1,000 shares on the runway. The look that they showed and the look that Maya was in were not the same look. They weren't the same look. And I don't know if like it almost seems like she didn't choose that. They just gave her a completely different look. But that wasn't the same look. And apparently Maya had a bunch of her looks like not made or couldn't get them before she made got to the competition, so she had to improvise. But I really did not like that look. I didn't, which explains a lot of her looks because I haven't been a big fan of her wardrobe. But I just didn't like this look. It wasn't my favorite. Moving on. My favorite look was Plasma. Was Plain Jane. Plain Jane ate the girls up in this one. Like she really did the damn thing. Also, Tsunami. Tsunami looked very beautiful, but Plain Jane did it for me. She looked beautiful. That looked so elegant. She looked like she was ready for the red carpet. Like like she looked great. Like she looked great. We get to the judging, and the top are Plasma, Q, and Plain Jane. And I do think that they did the best. They looked the best out of the whole thing. And then the bottom three are Mirage, Geneva, and Maya. And based on the critiques that they got, Mirage shouldn't have been in the bottom two. She shouldn't have. Based on the critiques, the ones that they thought did the worst, they didn't really like Maya's look at all. So based on the critiques, it should have been between Maya and Geneva. They talked about Mirage's hair, like, oh, like her hair, y'all always want to change up the hair. And I guess you could say, like, oh, yeah, it gave a different vibe to the whole look. But be so for real. Be so for real. I don't know. I wasn't living. But the results are Plasma wins, which was deserved. I would have been shocked if Plasma didn't win. She did the best. She was the funniest. She deserved to win. She looked great. And the bottom two are Miss Geneva and Mirage. And I really was sad because I'm enjoying all these girls this season, and so I really kind of just don't want to see anyone go. So when they got in the bottom, I was like, no. And automatically, I'm looking at Mirage, and I don't know how people couldn't tell at the beginning. I automatically knew she didn't know the words. The second I saw her and she was like turning her back and like swaying a certain way, I was sitting there like, why is she doing that? Why is she her back to the audience? And then she was moving another way, and I said, hold on, does she not know the words? Why does it look like she doesn't know the words? And then Plasma goes, oh, Mirage is serving. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe she doesn't know the words. She looks really good. And then Plasma goes, but then I'm noticing her lips aren't matching with the song. And I was like, no! Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. And I was so freaking set. And she didn't know the words. And then, oh my God, I don't know if it was Michelle or Ross, but one of them goes, not one word. Mirage didn't know the words, but y'all acted like she really just butchered the lip sync. That is not true. That's not true. And Mirage gave us a performance. Like, she was dancing the house down. She was fighting as hard as she could. But we all know the rules. I am a big Mirage fan, and I get the Mirage girlies wanting her to stay, but we cannot ignore the rules. She did not win the lip sync without knowing the words. It's a lip sync battle. You have to know the words. You have to know the words. And she didn't. And though I don't agree with her being in the bottom, I do agree with her losing the lip sync because Geneva knew the words and Geneva still tried to give us a performance. We have to be so serious here. We have to be so serious here. So Mirage loses the lip sync. Miss Geneva wins, and Mirage is told to sashay away. And the way she broke down on that stage, I've never cried during a leave. Like, I've been upset, but I've never been so upset to where I'm like, oh, y'all can't make me watch this for real. Like, even with Rock'em Sakura's season 12, when she left and she got off stage and she started crying, I was like, oh. But this one, I was sitting here like, oh my God, like, I'm going to cry. Like, I almost cried. And to see all the girls in the back, like, tears rolling down their face, everyone crying like someone has just literally died, and Mirage like basically falling to the floor and just breaking down. It's like, you can't you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. It it just it was so it was so sad. It was so sad. It was so sad. I was so mad. But Mirage saves away, and it's I know it's been weeks past, but Mirage was like, I just feel like I didn't make anybody proud. Baby girl, that is a lie. That is a lie. Have you seen how many people have listened to your damn song? The impact that you have within just what, 3 episodes? Girl, you did the damn thing. You did the freaking thing. You were amazing. Period. Nothing else to say. Go show Mirage some love. Go show the girls who went home. So far we talked about Mirage and oh my God, Hershey. Go show them some love for real, okay? They deserve it. That's that episode. But all I have to say left about that episode is Mirage was second to leave season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I could not believe it. That's it. Moving on. So we're moving on to the third episode. And with the third episode, let me get my notes out. So we start the third episode, and obviously everybody is depressed because Mirage has just left. She's just sashayed away. It was very hard, and everybody has tears in their eyes. And so we all sit down, and everybody's like, okay, I'm sad, but Plasma, congratulations, girl. You did your thing. You won. And then Q, everybody's like, Q, are you good? And Q is just like, I'm just so sick of being in the top. Okay, and I just want to make it clear. I really do not care. Like, I understand everybody likes to come for girls who complain about being in the top when I honestly get it. Like, you don't want to be in the top, you want to win. Like, that's two different things. First place is it's second place is first to lose, you know? I understand. But we're 5 episodes in. And like I guess maybe that's long, but like it's only 5 episodes. Like you have more time. I probably would understand like it's only been 4 episodes for you. And then the other episode, girl, you literally lip sync to be in the top. Like the first episode you lip sync to be in the top and you just didn't do a good lip sync. Like be so for real. And it wasn't even with all the girls in the first episode. Like I I don't know. I just feel as though like that's a lot of emotion for safe. That's it. That's it. That's all I can really say. And don't get me wrong, Plain Jane is shady, 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 shady. But the way she was like, ooh, I'm not gonna cry or sulk about being in the top. Like, I'm not gonna sulk about it. I'm just gonna be happy and excited and, onward and outward, sisters. It was so disrespectful, but honestly, I have to agree. Like, girl, be so for real. Be so for real. But at the same time, I kind of agree with her, so I can't even be too mad about it. But it's whatever. Let's get to the rest of the episode. So we find out that this episode is a girl group episode, and I love girl group episodes. They do a mini challenge where they're taking a photo for a book, so there's that. But it's a girl group episode. I love girl group episodes. It makes me so happy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And we find out that it'll be 3 girl groups. They're going to be singing covers of RuPaul's songs, and the team leaders are Miss Geneva because she won the lip sync last time, Plasma because she won the episode, and then Saphira because she won the mini challenge. And they go and they start picking in like order of which they were chosen as leaders, and we end up getting these groups. So Saphira ends up with Dawn, Q, and Morphine. Geneva ends up with Nymphia, Maya, and Megami. And Plasma ends up with Plain Jane, Tsunami, and Amanda. And here's one thing I have to say. So the girls are picking. And while they're picking, the last 2 standing are Plain Jane and Megami. And Plain Jane's like, oh, they don't want to choose me because they know that, like, they'll be outshined. Girl, I wouldn't choose you because I don't like your attitude. But I digress. Plasma, who already has Amanda on her group, picks Plain Jane to be in her group. Now, they didn't bicker as much as I thought they would, but let me tell you something. If I'm a team leader, if I had to choose groups, I will never put 2 people who do not like each other in the same group. I won't do it. I get that she saw Megami and Plasma saw Megami and Plain Jane both perform, and she knows that Plain Jane can perform, and it looks like Megami just hasn't shown us any performance. And so I get why she would choose Plain Jane, but I'm not choosing a girl who doesn't like another girl. I'm never doing that. I don't care if Megami looks like she doesn't perform like that. I would rather have 4 Megamis than put two people that don't like each other in the same group. You never know what's gonna happen. Friction could happen. They could try to outperform each other. They could try. It I'm not doing it. It's just me. That's just my opinion. I would have chosen Megami, but nevertheless, she chooses Plain Jane, and then they make all their groups. And while, you know, they're deciding, they're all splitting off into their groups. The underdogs seem to be Geneva's group, because they all seem like quiet girls. They don't seem very hyper or jumpy, and so everybody's like, they're not gonna do too well. Like the bottom four has already been picked. Like, we already know who's not winning, you know. But we get into it, and the main problem that the girls seem to have while doing their lyrics is Nymphia can't seem to focus for her group. She's just being silly. She doesn't know what to write. She knows what to do. She keeps writing about bananas, which she's the banana queen, so as she should. She knows how to brand herself. And everybody's just like, "Now, girl, at what point do we become serious? Like, at what point do we take it seriously, to a serious level? At what point do we focus for real? Like, at what point are we gonna go, I feel like I would do really good if I just did this before. At what point do we get to that? You know? Never heard you, you know? And then Plain Jane and Amanda are not bumping heads, but they're kind of trying to steer clear from each other while also giving their opinions throughout the group. And I would never pick two girls who don't like each other to be put in the same group. It's just not smart. I would never do it. For anybody who's listening to me, whether you're a drag queen, whether you're going to, I don't care. If you're going to pick groups, if you know two girls don't like each other, do not put them in the same group. I don't care if they're both equally talented. That can go either or way. You don't know how professional those girls are when they don't like someone. Be for real. Anyways, so we get to the dancing portion, which is my favorite portion. I love to see how the girls practice dancing and everything. And we start off with Miss Saphira's group. No, no, no. We start off with Plasma's group. And Plasma, I don't know. I know everybody really does not like Plasma. I love Plasma. Plasma really does it for me. She's so campy. She's so funny, for real. I love her. She's such a theater kid, and she is dancing up a storm. She's like, "All right, girls, da, 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 da. We're gonna go and like this, and then we're gonna go like this and that." And I was just thinking this whole time, girl, slow down, slow down. Your team got to keep up with you for real. And she's like, that hip never done nothing to me. Come on, we gonna keep going. And they are struggling, especially Tsunami. Tsunami is not much of a dancer, which is fine. And so she's struggling, and Amanda's not seeming to struggle. So I love that Amanda was helping everybody out. She's like, "Girl, like, do this, so your whole hide your hole, like, you gotta do your whole thing." Like, she's helping, because Plasma is not trying to slow down for not nobody in this damn group at all. She was helping. Amanda was helping Tsunami. Amanda was helping Plain Jane. She didn't go near Plain Jane, but she was telling Plain Jane, like, "Girl, like, do this, like, and props to you, like, prove me wrong, show me that you can do this correctly." Is this girl? That's kind of better. Anyways, but overall, the person who seems to be struggling the most is Yunami. So then we're gonna move on, and the next group is Maya's group. And when they are performing, they're very, very quiet, which honestly I don't think really matters. They don't, like, the girls who were watching were like, "We can't hear them talking." Y'all don't need to hear us talk. Y'all don't need to hear us talk. Like, we can both, we don't need to be loud. Now, Geneva's the team leader. She puts Maya in charge of the choreography. And Maya says something that really made me mad. She goes, "This is not a hard," the girls are struggling. She goes, "This is not a hard choreography. If I wanted to make it hard choreography, it would have splits and kicks." Which, girl, just because a choreography doesn't have splits and kicks doesn't mean it's not hard. Some girls can't do this. Like, some girls can't move fast. You need to accommodate for everybody instead of just thinking it's about flips and kicks. Like, be so for real. And that's when Nymphia kind of comes in just a little bit, um because little did she want to tell everybody she a dancer. She's danced before. She knows how to dance. She comes in and she helps everybody out, and everybody's looking like, "Oh, Nymphia can dance." Like, she didn't tell nobody that. And I'm not gonna say Nymphia is hiding it. I'm just saying Nymphia is saying, like, "Oh, like, She when it's time, she's ready. She don't hide. She's not really hiding nothing. She's just not out here like everybody else. Like, oh, I'm a dancer. Oh, I do this. Oh, I do that. Nah, she's just like, girl, I can do drag. I can do things. I know how to move my limbs. She's not hiding things. She knows what she just doesn't speak it into existence. She doesn't speak it out there. Because you never know. You don't want people to expect things when you may not be able to give it as much as they want you to, which I think is very smart. But the main person in the group who seems to be struggling is Megami. Megami seeming to struggle with the choreography and keeping up, and it's a little worrisome. It's okay. We're gonna see how it goes. Then we move on to Miss Saphira's group, which Q's the one who's struggling the most. That's it. There's nothing else I need to say. All I need to say is Nymphia had me cracking up with her whole like, I feel like Q should be in the bottom because then she won't be so sad about being in the top and not winning, so she should get a chance to be in the bottom. That was so that was so funny and so shady. Nymphia is so shady, but since she's so bubbly, no one really clocks her shade because she's so shady. But it's whatever. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna talk about the group I'm mostly worried for. Um, it it seems to me that Geneva's group was struggling. Actually, the group I was kind of worried for was, I would say, yeah, probably Geneva's group. It wasn't even that they were doing bad. It's just like everybody else, I wasn't really seeing anything, and I was like, and that doesn't mean I was worried about all the girls, but I was worried for their group the most. But I digress. We're gonna move on to the actual challenge. All right, so we're gonna go into the dancing groups. We're gonna go into the groups, the girl groups, starting with group. Oh my god, I already forgot what they were called. QDSM, which stands for Q, Dawn, Morphine, Saphira, and they are performing to I Am a Star Baby. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Miss Morphine. So Morphine, we're gonna start with her lyrics. Morphine lyrics come out. Morphine like the drug, but no relation. When you're at my shows, you stay in admiration. Fashionista, even a standing ovation. I'm the only reason for your fixation. The flawless, the face, the beauty, the taste. Savor it, cause you can't replace. Yeah, bitch. And then, girl, I can't even pronounce that last part. I can't even pronounce that last part, so we not even gonna try. But overall, Morphine's performance was really good. I thought she did really great. I loved her outfit. I liked that the girls in their group, so two of them wore like cut up bathing suits, and then two of them were like full bathing suits. I thought that was really smart. I thought that her outfit was so pretty in this performance. I thought that her performance overall was just really really good, and I really enjoyed her in this performance. I thought she did great. We're gonna go ahead and move on. Next up is Miss Safira Cristal Belita. She looked gorgeous. Let's go ahead and just say that first. She had this beautiful red baby bodysuit on with these like frizzles. It was glowing. It was sparkly. It was so pretty. She looked so great, and I loved it. And she comes out. Her lyrics got you gagging on my dragon, baby. You need to breathe. Turning nothing into something like you wouldn't believe. My desire to inspire what you can and conceive. Severe hair, baby. There's no limit to what I achieve. I bring the heat. I keep the cool. I look like this. You look a damn fool. Listen up, kids. You about to get school. Saphira Crystal, the silly freak crown jewel. 8 Slade. I didn't agree with the judges. The judges were like, "Oh, you looked like you were thinking too hard. You looked like you were thinking too hard." And they played like one clip where I guess yeah, you could kind of see her thinking a little too hard, but overall, I wouldn't say that. I don't know. I don't know if that was truly correct, but That's just me. I don't think that she looked like she was thinking too hard. I thought she did amazing. I thought I thought her look was great in the challenge. I thought her performance was good. I thought her lyrics were great. I really did enjoy her. Just in general, it was it was very entertaining. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to Miss Q, who I would have to say is the worst dressed out of her group, which is so weird because she is the fashion queen. So I would expect her to be the best. Oh, girl. All right. So next up is Q. Like I said, she was the dressed the worst out of her group. It wasn't that she was dressed bad. It's just she looks kind of dull compared to everybody. Her lyrics sing, um, I strut in fashion, serving looks my passion, leaving it on the stage, no crashing. You can't stop me, just one letter, nobody better, slaying every way. It was okay. These lyrics are fine. She definitely was the most offbeat with her group out of everybody. It just it just it wasn't even like it was bad. It just compared to everybody else, she definitely stood out as the worst. I gotta stop leaning back. Yeah, she definitely stood out as the worst. So moving on to Miss Dawn, who had to be my fit dress. I loved the way she dressed for this. I thought she looked great. I thought it was so cute. I loved her outfit. I loved her hair. I love her makeup, obviously. Her lyrics read, "Oh my god, baby, wake up, it's dawn. Silly little filly with my elf ears on. Not a part of your world, it's all on my own. So dumb, so elf, your minds are blown. From the stars, laying bars. Didn't you know there was life on Mars? Galaxy, fantasy, turn and look, settle free. Can I be honest? I'm a star, baby." I really liked this. I thought she did so well. I thought it was so entertaining. Oop, girl, sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was so entertaining. I really did enjoy her performance overall. It was just, it made my day. It made me happy. Her outfit was the best. I loved her lyrics. She wasn't as like she wasn't. Let me say she was the best performance out of all the group. Her group, she she definitely doesn't give the vibe that everybody else gave, but I enjoyed this. Overall, I thought all the girl groups did really good. I thought this group did really good. The worst in the group obviously is Q. And I'm gonna say for the best, honestly, um, I'm gonna say Morphine. I think Morphine did really good. Her dancing was on point. She looked beautiful. Her lyrics were so great. So yeah, moving on. So next up is group Lover Girls, which consists of Plasma, Plain Jane, Amanda, Tori Meeting, and Tsunami. And they're doing a cover to Courage to Love. Courage to Love. First off is Miss Plasma. Her lyrics read, when I was younger, my mama said to me, "Just be yourself. The rest comes naturally. Being a queen is a state of mind. Be true to yourself. Show love. Be kind. Remember, girls, number one rule: have fun. Whatever you are, better be a damn good one." I thought she did so good in this performance. I loved her lyrics. I loved her energy. I loved her outfit. I gotta be honest. I am not the biggest fan of Plasma's. Let me fix this. I am not the biggest fan of Plasma's outfits. She do not be doing it for me look wise. Like I just have to be so freaking honest with y'all. Her looks be, but she looked so good in this performance. She looked beautiful. I really just thought all of it all together it really just worked. We're gonna move on to Miss Amanda Tory Meeting. With her lyrics reading, someone told me who I am is wrong, but I trust myself and now I know I'm strong. No, it doesn't matter who hurt me in my past, cause I love on myself, and now I'm going out to throw this. Yeah. was so extremely sad because I was rooting for Amanda, and it really is her aesthetic. She's one of those queens who's so good. It really is her aesthetic that ruins her drag. So during the performance, her hair was getting in her way. Um, I really do think that like girls should practice in hair. Like practice in heels and practice in hair. I think that's something that should just happen, especially on RuPaul's Drag Race, because it will be penalized. Because her hair was getting in her way, like it was all in her face, like, and she had to keep moving it out of the way, and then her pads were getting in the way, like her padding was off. And now I'm not gonna act like her padding really ticks me off the way it ticked Michelle off. Like it didn't ruin it didn't mess the illusion. But just knowing how the judges critique like that, sometimes you have to look really good. You just do. Someone said, I think it was like Kimchi or something. Someone said that they liked Amanda being on the show because they liked drag that wasn't perfectly polished. And I agree, because Amanda is such just good TV in general, but her drag aesthetic is not polished to perfection. But mm, I don't know. That's just me. Um. Oh, and speaking of Amanda, so during the the girls getting ready, you know, um, Plain Jane. Well, actually, we're gonna go through the rest of the group. Let's go through the rest of the group first. So moving on to Tsunami. First things first, I just want to say I don't think the girls of this group really coordinated how they were all gonna dress. They were the most unmatched in the whole group. They didn't really match each other. But Tsunami looked great overall, and her lyrics read, "Come on, strut, find your light, turn your head to the left and shake to the right. Cute face, tight waist, you got it all. Can't tell me nothing because I'm on here with Miss Paul. Good luck with my attitude, came through for the good, shake the groove. No, no, don't stop. Let 'em love, let love come through. At the end of the day, you got no one but you." Girl, I feel like something is on my lip. What the fuck? It's going to bother me. Okay. All right. That was going to bother me. It was hair. It was hair on me. Anyways, when I put this lipstick on, let me continue to talk because this thing is just going. So overall, I think Tsunami did pretty well. She was the worst out of her group. She just doesn't have the same amount of energy, and some girls aren't big energy performers, which is perfectly fine. Let me get in the camera so you can see me apply lipstick. Which is perfectly fine. So we're gonna go ahead and move on, and we're gonna move on to Miss uh Plain Jane. Now, y'all know I have mixed feelings about Plain Jane, but if I'm being honest, she did the best of this group. She just did. I hate to say it, but she did the best of this group. She looked the best. She performed the best. Well, I would say like right next to Plasma. She really did her damn thing. Let's look at her lyrics. So her lyrics sing, "Plain Jane, Miss Plain if you're nasty. If you got a pipe, if the pipe real long, holla at me. Fat booty with the body so right. Got 'em flying on a plane all day and night. Don't play with me, just play that track. Don't break my heart, just break my." Don't break my heart, just break my back. When you hear this song, yes, it's time. Come aboard. You're a bitch with the grims to love. With the grits to love. That last line, she really just, it felt like she really just put that in for like love. Like, oh girl, we gotta talk about love, girl. You a bad bitch with the grits to love, for real. Like put that in there. Overall, even though I do think her lyrics weren't really the vibe of the song until the end, I will say she did pretty damn good, and she looked pretty damn good, and she performed pretty damn good. And overall, this group, I think, I would have to say this group did the worst, only because when I see myself going back to listen to these, they're the last group I would go to listen to. Once again, I don't think they were the I don't think anybody was really bad, but they were the worst. And the worst one of the group was definitely Tsunami, and the best would have to be no, the best one would have to be Plasma. Plasma did her damn thing. We're gonna go ahead and move on. All right, so next up is group Fix and Stick, which is so funny because everybody on the group is big except for Miss Nymphia, so they call their group Stick and Stick, which I just love. And they perform to ASMR Lover. We start off with Maya, who literally comes out flipping on the stage. Like, she flips out. Yeah, Maya Yeezy, you made me feel like a dainty lady, high heels, boots straight out of Hades. So 305 or 300 or 305 305. So Dayton County with the stank ass walk, boy. You know I'm crazy. And then all the girls in the back, they did this so perfectly. So they go in the back. Maya, Maya is the name they screaming when they see me flipping. Maya, Maya. It's drag that took command. She really ate the girls up. Um, she looked good. Her performance was obviously amazing. I really do love the part where they're whispering, Maya, Maya is the name they screaming when they see me flipping, and Maya, Maya. Like, I just thought that I can rewatch that part forever. I can rewatch that part forever. I can rewatch their performance. Their performance was so good. So we're gonna move on to Miss Geneva Carr, whose lyrics go, "Clear customs left and right. Geneva Carr has just arrived. Latina Masadiva, La Diva Masatina, the La Diva Masatina that you're ever oversee. I mean, just look at me. What I am, what sickening. If you want to read the subtitles down here so you can keep up, cause baby, I am fierce. Move away, or Miss Carr will drive you over." As you can see, I was struggling to read it because I was trying to read it as fast as she did. I'm a fast girl. Look, I talk fast, but I can't read fast. She was going quite fast. I'd have to say she was the worst out of her group, which was not that bad because her group was really good. And I enjoyed her look. I just feel like she's the only lyrics that I really can understand half most of the time. But when I read them now, I understand them. I think overall she still did pretty damn good, and she looks pretty damn good. So, but I will say her lyrics are my least favorite, only because the other girls' lyrics were just so good. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the damn writer herself, Miss Megami. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Megami wrote helped write. She wrote her own lyrics. Obviously, she helped Nymphia write basically all of her lyrics. She basically wrote her whole lyrics. She it was either Maya or Geneva. She helped one of them fix some of their lines. She was just this entire time. She was doing her thing, and even Nymphia came and was like, shout out to Megami. She helped me write my entire song. I would have been lost, like for real, for real. Let's see if she can keep up to par though. Okay, so her lyrics read, "Down on your knees, bitch, pray to me, cause Megami is the goddess that you'll pay to see. That's Megami. What? Clear the runway. Watch a big girl strut. It's just the beginning, and I'll keep your head spinning and all the boys sinning. You better start winning. Ain't nobody ever on the runway like I do, running over bitches like a rough drive through. Eight down. Oh, girl, I hit the mic. I was so excited. Eight down. There was one problem I had with her performance. What was she wearing? What was she wearing? Somebody tell me, what was she wearing? That outfit was so extremely plain. That outfit was so extremely plain and not Jane. That it was a black body. Why? Her performance was so good. I just could not stand the outfit she was wearing. When I looked at her, I was like, "Girl, this outfit, it sucks." And then I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's performing so well." And then I looked back at her outfit and I was like, "Oh my god, why was she wearing that?" It was so ugh. But Her lyrics, her performance, girl, slayed, slayed. We're gonna go ahead and move on to my queen, Miss Nymphia Wind. Nymphia, I love that Nymphia got everybody to wear yellow, and then of course she's in full on yellow, no black at all. Like all the other girls are wearing like black and yellow. She's like, girl, I am the yellow queen. So her lyrics come out, gone with the wind, I'm fabulous. These mother tucking hoes can't handle this. Breaking wind, stirring fashion, acting up like Russet action. Catch the banana fever. I'll make you a believer. Flew in from Taiwan just to say hello. I'm Nymphia, and you better follow yellow. 8. She did the best. She performed the best. Of course, we have to give it up to Miss Megami. She did help Nymphia write her lyrics. Nymphia said it on Twitter her damn self. She said Megami helped me write these lyrics, so we have to give it up to her. But these lyrics were so good. Her performance was so good. It was perfect. Her outfit was great. She looked gorgeous. I just this group overall was my favorite group. They were the best group. I would definitely come back and listen to them because they did such a good job. Um and overall I loved it. I freaking loved it for real. On me. Low K. So now we're going to get into the runways. So the category is Faster Pussycat Wig Wig. I don't get how a wig is a category because it's based on the wig. But I guess you really have to interpret it a certain way. So it's whatever. First to come out is Miss Morphine Love Dion. She comes out. She looks great. She's in this like she comes out and she's a scratch on her face from a cat, and she looks like she's been stitched up from the cat scratching her. This outfit is so beautiful. Um, her wig, her pussycat wig, obviously is very nice. Then she turns around and the cat scratched her from the back, and it's covered in jewels and it's sparkly red. It's great. I think overall this outfit is great. I think she looks amazing. Then we have next up, it's Q, who is I think a knight. She looks like a knight. This outfit is beautiful. This outfit is beautiful. She made this herself and it's very nice. This wig is great. Um, I really have nothing else to say. It's so great. It's so pretty. Next up is Miss Safira Cristal. So she comes out. She looks like a villain, obviously, which is what she's meant to be because she's Dr. Facilier. Let me stop. Um, and she comes out and her her head is the cat, and I remember first thinking like, okay, like, but the wig is, I get it's pussycat, like literally, but then she took it off, and that was meant to literally be her cat in her hands, and she's a bald head, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm on board for real. Like it was a good choice. I thought she looked really good. I enjoyed this so much. So next up is Dawn. This look, it's a big mix of patterns and colors and almost all honestly shapes. It's meant to be weird alien, and this look is great. But here's my problem: it doesn't fit the category. It doesn't fit the category. It doesn't fit the category, and it makes me so mad. She has she for anybody's like, oh, she has a pussycat wig under that like little bucket helmet hair she has. That does not count. That does not fit the category. That it's a good outfit, but let's be so for real. This oh, it doesn't fit the category for real, but it's a good look. But I'm just so mad because they didn't mention the fact that she wasn't matching the category for real. Like, what are we talking about? But that's just me. But Mirage gets freaking messed up because she had a different hairstyle. Like, be serious. It's whatever. But we're gonna move on to Plain Jane. It's a nice look. That's all I can really say. I don't really love it. Um, but it's a cool look. She is so exaggerant. She is so exaggerant. Um, I like this look. It does give me like Y2K vibes. It feels like the way she's acting, it feels like yeah, yeah. Like I don't know why, but it's a nice look. We're gonna move on to a mandatory meeting. Now, the girls on Twitter, the girls on Twitter were trying to defend this look. The Amanda fans were trying to defend this look, and get it. I get it. I'm an Amanda fan, and everybody was like, "Oh, they just don't get the concept." It's not that we don't get the concept. I get the concept. I think the concept and the idea is so good. It's not a good look. We have to be serious here. It's not a good look. So the concept is she's a she's a mama bird. She's a bird, that has other birds in there with her, and it's not a good look. It just is not a great look. It doesn't look good. I feel like it, like I said, it really does have potential if she just got the right things. But this simple dress and then like the kind of like hoop branch skirt and then like the bird cage on her head. First things first, I feel like the bird cage, it being held up like this is wrong. The bird cage, which I know would hurt, but it should be on her shoulders. It should be like a big bird cage on her shoulders with big, like almost like shoulder pads, like the bird cage coming out. It's so not bird cage, the bird's nest coming out literally, and then the heads are on the side, and then it's her head, and then the rest of it comes into like this branchy little outfit that goes out. Tell me that's not beautiful. Tell me that's not beautiful. Someone needs to make that design. Someone needs to redo this as a good design. If Amanda comes back and they have to like redo like an outfit, this is the outfit she should redo. Well, she'll probably try and redo her purple outfit, but I don't know. She has places to pick from. She has places to pick from. So we'll see. But this was not a good look. We have to be so serious, y'all. I love Amanda. Not a good look. Not a good night for her. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Miss Tsunami Muse. I remember when she first came out, I was like, but she looks really hot. Like she's giving me like player. Like I would go. She kind of winded me over. She kind of winded me over. She lost me when she did this. I don't want to talk to you no more. Like don't be that guy. I don't want to talk to you no more. But it was so realistic. It was so realistic. I think she looks really good. I love this outfit. It's nice. It's really nice. We're gonna move on to Miss Plain Jane, who's wearing like a sex outfit. Um, yeah, it's nice. It's latex. It's cool. It's not my favorite. I'm not living, but I'm not dying. I'm gonna move on. Next up is Miss Geneva Carr. She comes out and she says it's almost like a burlesque masquerade outfit. And a lot of people were like, this outfit is not good, but I really do not hate this outfit. I think it's pretty nice. I like the colors, and then the black and the feathers. I feel like it's a lot that I kind of do enjoy. Aya Iman LePage. She comes out in this like simple black outfit, and her highlight or her eye makeup is really, it's very light. Like I didn't realize that. Like when you look at her skin color and then compared to the rest of her, it's super super light. And I don't know if it's meant to be that way, but like in this outfit and the way she looks in this wig and everything, I really don't like it, especially since her wig comes all the way down to where you really just can't see her eyes, like her eyebrows or anything. It looks weird. This outfit's fine. I'm just not the fan of like her makeup. Like I didn't realize it was this bright. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. We're gonna go ahead and move on. So we're gonna move on to Megami, who is a fairy. It's a cute outfit. I like how the fairy. I'm assuming the fairy like fell and hurt themselves or something, because it's bruised. And I think she said she's got a pixie dust. Oh yeah, because she does like a little wand thing and she tries to fly and then it doesn't work. She's like can't fly no more for real. She looks like a little punk fairy and I really love that. And I think that this look is great. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Last but not least, the best look on the runway. No one can change my mind. I don't care if you say I'm biased because it's the truth. I'm not being biased. This is literally the truth. Next up is Miss Nifia Wynn. She comes out in this beautiful, beautiful red look. She takes off this beautiful hat that she has on to reveal her pussycat wig, which is like a cat in her actual wig, and then she takes that wig off to reveal the like an actual pussycat wig, and then she takes that wig off and turns around to show an actual vajayjay. Y'all don't know fashion. 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 She looked great. She looked awesome. She looks beautiful. No complaints. No one not saying anything else wrong. She looks great. I will not take any other answers other than she looks great. Cause she did. Moving on. So that is all our girls from the runway. Favorite runway was Nymphia. Down packed. If I had to choose a second one, I would say Q. I really liked Q's runway. I thought it looked so nice. Um, my least favorite runway was Maya's. If I had to pick another one, Dawn's, because it did not match the freaking. It did not match the category. She didn't have a pussy wig on. I don't care what anyone says. It wasn't that like what. I'm not gonna get it. Just let me calm down. We get to the judges' critiques, and after the judges' critiques, we find out that the bottom is that the winners is group Thick and Stick, which I fully agree. I completely agree. I do think that I think all of them deserve the win. I think they all did really really good. I love how someone on Twitter said that Geneva got a win before Q, which was so funny. But I think that she did really good. I enjoyed it. I loved them, and I'm glad they won. And then we find out that everybody's up from an elimination. But if you were to ask me if I had to pick a bottom, it was Q and Amanda for sure. It was Q and Amanda for sure. Oh, but before we get into that, the girls are asked who should go home and why. I gotta add that and why. So, everybody basically says, Q and Amanda. When they asked, Q went and said Amanda and Tsunami. And she was sitting there like, oh, like when Tsunami was a little pressed about it and Untucked, she was like, I don't get why you're pressed. Like they told us that we had the same name. She said a name. You said two, and you didn't have to say two. And I completely agree. Why did you say two? You should have said one. Like you did. What was the point of mentioning me? You didn't have to mention me. And then she looked a little pressed when everybody mentioned her name. Yes, girl, because you did the worst in the challenge. You should go home. Let's be so serious. But you want to mention me even though I didn't even do anything. She's like, I'm just saying you haven't been performing well in the competition. Many girls can say that. You've been in the top and haven't won a challenge, so let's be so for real right now. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And I'm getting defensive as if she's done something to me and as if I don't enjoy her drag. Which is not true because I do enjoy Q's drag. But I'm just saying from Tsunami's point of view, I definitely understand why she's upset. Because why did you think that mentioning me was needed? You could have just said Amanda. And apparently they said that Q said that so that they would have somebody else to put in the bottom. But let's be so for real. We knew you was going to be in the bottom. So you can shut up and just take it and say Amanda's name and call it a day. Call it a day. That's just me though. If I had to go with who I thought the top three were, the ones they were going for, like that's the safest girls. Saphira, Morphine, and Plain Jane. And then for the other group, it would have to be like the bottom girls that it looked like. It looked like the bottom girls were going to be Amanda, Q, and I would say probably Tsunami. Yeah, I would say Tsunami. But we find out that the bottom two girls are Q and Amanda, and they lip sync. And I don't care what not no one says. Amanda won that lip sync. There's no, don't even argue with me. A lot of people are like, well, it was really evenly tied, and I'm so sick of this evenly tied nonsense. That like I get that, like, oh, they really could have chose anyone, and I guess you could say that, but a lot of people know that Amanda won that lip sync. Amanda did better in that lip sync. Like, if you want to go evenly tied, I'm not saying Q did bad, but Amanda did better. Like, let's be so for real. And I'm kind of getting sick of us lip syncing if girls, if we're just gonna pick somebody who has a better track record. That's dumb. I don't care if they have a better track record. Like, be for real, so for real. And I feel like Drag Race is really missing the point of like the shock factor. If they had gotten rid of Q, the shock that would have happened around the world, it would that is how you get more people to watch the show. You're eliminating top tier girls. You're eliminating freaking um oh my god, what is even the word? You're eliminating girls who are almost destined to win, and it doesn't even matter. Like, Amanda should have stayed, because after this, I don't see Q winning. Like, Q is a great drag queen, they have great drag, but after this lip sync, I do not see them winning Drag Race. It is gone. Whatever I thought they had was gone. It is now slipped out of their fingers for me. But who am I? I'm just a small black girl with a small platform YouTube channel. So let's be so for real. Um, but anyways, they lip sync. Though I think Amanda did the best. Q wins. Q didn't do bad, but Q won, and Amanda is sent home, and I'm so pressed. I am so pressed, and I'm not pressed because I like Amanda, because I do like Amanda, but I'm pressed because I just don't think that she did deserve to go home. I don't care if it was her time. It depends on who does better in a lip sync, and she did the best. But I digress. She goes home, and now we're down one more girl. And overall, though I'm not liking how the producers are producing a little bit this season, I do think that this is a great season. I think the girls in this season are really making this season. Like, I know everybody is really not been going for the new seasons of RuPaul Drag Race, but I would definitely recommend watching this. This is a very, very good season. It has drama. It's very funny. It's very I overall I enjoy this season. I think I can't wait to keep watching. I'm gonna probably go watch the next episode right after this, or probably not because I have still have to edit. But I am enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the season. I'm having a good time. And right now, just thinking about, even though I've seen episode 6, we're gonna take that out of memory. Just thinking about the two episodes I talked about, my winner, my winner would have to be. Mm, I said it would be Saphira, but I really do think Nymphia's gonna find a way to get that damn crown. Like, Nymphia's so good. She will. I see her winning Drag Race. Nymphia will be getting that crown. Mock my words. We will see if my opinion changes, but right now, I think Nymphia is gonna have that crown. If not, then it is Saphira. I definitely see those two in the top. That's so. If we're gonna go back to the top four, I do think it's going to be Saphira, Nymphia Wind, um Q. I do think it's going to be Q because they kept her, and I do think that her drag is going to put her up there. And then I'm gonna still say plain Jane. Now, Dawn's aesthetic, it seems like Drag Race really would go for her, but also plain Jane is a very good drag queen. And also I've been told that it seems like both Dawn and Plain Jane are both like seem like villains of the season. But if it came down to like a lip sync, like between the two, I would see, I would see Plain Jane taking it. Plain Jane would take the cake for sure. But that's just me. But that is all I have for you guys. Oh my god, we're an hour and 19 minutes and I really have to cut this down. That is all I have for you guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead to the bottom, like, comment, and subscribe. Go down in the description. Follow me on Instagram. Go down in the description. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on my TikTok. Follow me on my Twitter. Just follow me on my social medias. Follow me on my gaming channel. Subscribe to my gaming channel. You know. Share this with everyone you know, everybody that loves Drag Race and all that good stuff. And go ahead and ring that notification bell so you can know when I post, because I plan on posting different things now. I don't want to just keep doing Drag Race review. Now that I'm kind of getting the editing vibe into it, I'm gonna try and start posting different things, like maybe different TV show analyzations, maybe some ASMR since I have this nice little mic. And yeah, but that is all I have for you guys today. And I love you. Bye. Love you.